Now the next part that we'll be going to is vulnerable groups. The proportion of people lying below the poverty line are called the vulnerable groups. Means they are more vulnerable to poverty. Okay. So the proportion of people lying below poverty line is not same for all social groups and economic categories in India. Social groups which are most vulnerable to poverty are SCs, STs, OBCs, which I have discussed earlier. These caste groups are the most vulnerable to poverty. Now, the next part is similarly, among the economic groups, the most vulnerable groups are the rural agricultural labor households and the urban casual labor households. Now, I discussed this earlier also that these groups are the most vulnerable ones. However, in case, similarly, if we talk about economic groups, this is the caste group. If we talk about the economic group, then the most vulnerable are the rural agricultural labor households and the urban casual labor household. Urban casual labor means those who find work every day. They work in the houses and they get paid daily. They are the casual laborers. Whatever work they get, they do. Okay. And rural agricultural laborers. Okay. So rural agricultural laborers, we have already seen many cases where they have taken loans, they cannot repay it, and they have to fall in the debt trap. Moreover, we have also seen that they work in other people's field and they are dependent on the landowner for various kinds of loans. Okay, so these are the various caste-wise and economic group-wise vulnerable groups. Okay, now the graph, see, you will see here a graph. Okay, so another graph we have. The graph shows the percentage of poor people in all these groups. Okay, although the average for people below poverty line for all groups in India is 2243 out of 100 people belonging to SCs and STs. Now, similarly, 34% of casual workers in the urban areas are below poverty line. See, 34%. Casual labor, that is non-farm, means those who do not work in agricultural lands. Casual farm laborers in rural areas 34% and that of the non-farm in the urban areas 34%. Average Indian poverty ratio is 22. Scheduled caste 29, scheduled tribe see 43. So about 43% of the casual labor farm and 29% of the scheduled caste are also poor. The double disadvantage of being a landless casual wage labor household in the socially disadvantaged social groups of the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribe population highlights the seriousness of the problem. Some recent studies have shown that except for the scheduled tribe household, all the other groups, scheduled caste, rural agricultural laborers and urban casual labor, have seen a decline in the poverty. Apart from these social groups, there is also some inequality of income within a family. In poor families, all suffer, but some suffer from more than others. In some cases, women, elderly people and female infants are denied of equal access to resources available to the family. Now, according to the table, it is clear to us that how much amount of poor people are there in the different groups. However, what are they trying to say in this paragraph is that the person who has got land can work on his land and earn something for himself. But a person who does not have a land, a casual labor household who does not have a land, okay, who is landless wage laborer, and moreover, he is a part of the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe caste, suffers more from poverty, because as they are an outcast, as they are considered as an outcast, they are considered as lower caste of the society. Moreover, they are not given work everywhere. Moreover, they do not have a land of their own where they can work and earn something. So that is why the problem is more serious for them. Moreover, the groups like SCs, then rural agricultural laborers and urban casual laborers have shown a decline in their poverty levels, means they have become more poor in the ongoing years. Moreover, apart from these social groups, there is also inequality in income. Obviously, due to inequality of income, there rises poverty. So, inequality of income is there in the poor families also. But some suffer in poor families. Not only they suffer from this inequality of income, but some suffer more than others. What is the case? In case of women, in case of the female children, in case of the old people. Old people, they remain sick. They can't work. They are dependent on the bread earner of the family for their living. Okay, so they are the sufferers. Moreover, the women and the female children. What happens? The women cannot move outside to work because of the social norms. Female children are not allowed to go to schools. They have to work in their houses with their mother. Okay, so all these things add to their poverty. Inequality of income as well as all these things add to their poverty. Okay, so next day we will move on to the story part. Thank you.